On this episode, I share with you what to know before you rent out your house.
Turn up, let's go.
Welcome everyone to this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios show. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. We got some really good information here. I'm going to share essentially what you should know, the top tips as to what you should know before you rent out your house. I'm going to share some stats, some valuable information here, but for those of you who have not watched the show before or you don't know who I am, my name is Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. I service roughly Southeast Michigan, and I am dedicated to bringing you value and valuable information with this medium. Video has been one of my favorite mediums lately because I can share with you tips that you can watch over and over again and you can share with your friends. So this is a weekly show. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who do, bear with me here for a minute, but this is a weekly show I upload to my website. It's allabouttherealestate.com every Thursday, and on top of this, I also share other valuable videos and tips, such as my 2-minute tip Tuesdays that I share every Tuesday, also on allabouttherealestate.com. But you can follow this on YouTube, you can follow this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever your flavor is. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive into what to know before you rent out your house. So, some people are not fans of being a landlord. I personally feel that there's a lot of benefits to it. You can create long-term wealth, but you have to know some information. You have to know some things. And so we're going to dive into this. I put together a list here. So now the statistics are from my Realtor Association, NAR, and so they are backed by real knowledge, real research, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, 6 out of 10 real estate investors do less than 1 hour of research on how to manage their homes before becoming a landlord. 6 out of 10 do the homework, right? 9 out of 10 real estate investors do more than 5 hours of research on legal eviction procedures after a renter is late on rent. So if you are a landlord and you have a renter that's late, guess what? They're doing at minimum 9 out of 10 real estate investors actually do about 5 hours or more of research on, hey, how do I evict them, or how do I start the process, right? Because there is a process. Real estate investment is a worthwhile long-term addition, of course. I personally like real estate. I'm not big on the stocks. I do a little bit of stock stuff, but I'm not big on stocks. Real estate is something that you could see, feel, touch, and manage. So that's what I like about it personally. So here's a little bit of information about renters, okay? Roughly 40% of all renters have a pet. Now this applies to people who rent a house. I'm not sure about apartments and all that stuff, but people that rent a home, about 40% of all renters have a pet. Did you know that 35% of pets leave pet damage? They pee, they poop on the carpet, they wreck, they scratch. Biggest thing that I've seen is, quite honestly, scratched walls, scratched moldings. You can always tell that they've had a good sized dog in there, right? Or even a yapper that has, nails. So about 35% of pets leave pet damage. The percent of renters with a pet who claim their pet is a companion animal is 15%. So even though 15% of renters claim their pet is a companion animal or a service dog, right, so to speak, 9 out of 10 renters do not understand the legal and fair housing policy that explain the differences between a companion animal and a registered service animal. So in other words, some renters may say, oh, it's a companion animal, right? However, there are actual policies in place that describe what a service animal really is. So now, let's talk about average monthly costs, okay? Average monthly maintenance costs of having a rental, okay? If your home is 0 to 10 years, about 3% per month you'll spend on it. you still have maintenance costs when you own a home. If you can get the renter to pay for that, that's even better. A home that is about 11 to 20 years old, you'll have about 5% roughly of maintenance costs per month. And a house that is 25 plus years old will have about 8% per month maintenance costs, okay? So let's go over that really quick. So it depends on the age of the home, right? Your 0 to 10 years, you're talking 3% a month, roughly. 11 to 20-year-old home, about 5%, and 25-year-old home or more, about 8%. And obviously, if the house is 100 years old, that could even go up higher, right? Now, the average time, let's talk about the average time that a house sits on the market for rent, right? Because as a realtor, I can also assist with putting your home on the market as a rental. So not many people know that. So average time a home sits vacant between renters, about 4 weeks. Okay, we can dive deeper into that and say it's on average 3 to 4 weeks in Southeast Michigan, right? Metro Detroit, things like that. But it also depends on the location. About 5% of renters evicted each month are due to non-payment. So about 5% are actually evicted due to non-payment, and the rest could be damage, could be not agreeing on terms right when it's up and they want to renew. We personally had that happen on our rental that we had. So okay, the average cost of cleaning up after smoking renters, people who smoke in the home, is going to cost the landlord roughly $4,900 to fix up the place, right? Smoke causes horrible damage. Smoke and pets are probably the worst. Or, well, actually maybe even neglect, right? So this is some valuable information here. I hope you guys loved what I share here. I'll have some more videos coming up down the road in terms of diving into the rental process and all that fun stuff. But just know that there is some homework that you have to do before you rent out your house. Some information that you have to know. If you know a landlord or someone thinking of renting out their home, definitely share this video. You can find this video at itsallabouttherealestate.com or on YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, all that. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow. I have links in the description where you can also receive my monthly newsletter, email newsletter, excuse me. I send out a thing in the mail each month as well. But basically, it's very easy to get to stay in touch with me or to reach out to me. So once again, Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and make it a great week.